I started watching Charmed when they first advertised the previews.
I saw the previews and I watched the first episode.
I just fell in love.
It was, wow, there's women that actually can kick some butt.
Never missed an episode.
Rushing home, you know, be out with your friends. Crap, I gotta go home. It's Sunday at 8 o'clock.
I love it.
I watched it ever since the beginning, and I loved it from the moment I saw it.
Where they got their powers and they were playing with the spirit board, and I was hooked from then on.
I loved each show afterward just for the family aspect. This is not just a kooky show about magic. This is a show about family that has to deal with magic.
I can translate. You've got to be kidding. We were hoping you would join us.
We worked very hard to try to find the human core of everything. And I think that that's what kind of kept this show compelling.
But I'm more concerned with Paige being really pissed off because we butted into her business again.
Yeah, I know, but we're sisters. That's what we're supposed to do.
The love these three sisters have for each other, and the love lives that they live. They each have arcs that continue on just like we do in real life.
Fundamentally, family, sisterhood transcends borders.
Family dynamic and the characters, how much they care about each other, greatly affects how much the audience cares about them.
And it's through this bond as sisters, as family, that they are able to tap into their powers and kick ass.
What Charmed has that other shows really doesn't have, it's definitely a female-dominant cast.
I like the fact that they're women and the fact that they had this role to play, being strong, vibrant women.
What did you do that for?
I don't know. I didn't mean to.
I think there's something missing in our culture, and it has to do with the power of women, the magical power of women. But here's this little show that is all about the goddess, and it's all about girl power.
It's also, I think, hugely empowering for girls and young women.
I'm not one of those people that goes out and does a lot of things, but when you see that there's 3 people who face death every single day, your life doesn't look so bleak.
I think women all over the world respond to that. And honestly, I think men all over the world respond to that.
At the end of the day, everybody has had a dream at one point or another about having supernatural powers.
There's a huge element of wish fulfillment. Anything can happen in the show, and everything does happen.
Being of creativity, show yourself to me. Hey, Muse, right? Could you do me a huge favor and inspire my friend Henry in there? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
I always wish that I could be one of them, which I'm sure a lot of girls would. I mean, it'd be nice just to wave your hand and have something move.
It'd be great if we could just freeze things or move things around or orb places so we don't have to go into traffic.
And then beyond that, I think that the belief that there's more out there than meets the eye.
They incorporate, you know, Irish folklore and the Egyptians and, you know, the spiders and the Greeks. It lets me go into another world where I can think, okay, I want to live there someday.
You got girls in miniskirts and high heels, supernatural powers. It's all there.
3 very attractive women wearing, you know, fancy tight outfits. I'm sure that has something to do with its appeal.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye. It was just like, oh, they're hot.
Of course, everyone wants to watch those gorgeous women wearing those fabulous clothes.
I love their clothes. I mean, their clothes are awesome.
And as the seasons went on, the 3 leading young women tended to wear skimpier and skimpier outfits sometimes.
Voila!
Baby, you can't do this.
Oh, no? Watch me.
It was very everyday thing.
It's love, it's business, it's work, it's friendship. It's all the things that people have to deal with all the time.
Those kind of feelings were not fantastic. They're very real and very deep, and a lot of people experience that.
You can relate to them. That's why I feel empowered by them, is because you can relate to them. They're normal girls with extraordinary powers.
The fact that they could do it, I mean, it just gives you just kind of like, you know, I can, you know, handle my job in school and family stuff and relationship stuff, you know. It's not that hard. I mean, like I said, I don't have to save the world every week.
Charmed has been an escape for me, something to focus on and maybe just leave the real world behind for a little while.
Watching the show took the stress off of me, just have that 1 hour to just be completely entertained.
When those shows are on, no one bothers me. That is, it's my escape. And it's to where I don't have to deal with reality.
We're here to entertain. We're here to make people laugh, cry, lose themselves, find themselves.
Guys, there's something I have to tell you.
After we talk in the kitchen?
But...
Phoebe? Well, that was cool. Excuse me, I want to have a little one-on-one with the help.
I watched it about 4 times a day. It was on a lot. And that was my safe place.
It's a getaway for me. It's a fantasy.
It's something where people can watch, all ages, and still have that hour to escape reality and just be like, ooh, you know, supernatural.
This world that, you know, that really doesn't exist, but it would be great if it did, and it's just great to just sit there and imagine it happening for an hour.
When you combine that sense of you are a special individual to the fact that there are people in the world who love you beyond all else, I mean, what a beautiful place to live for at least an hour a week.
I would say, yeah, I put a lot of time into being a Charmed fan. I run a website, and that takes most of my weekends up.
When I first was just searching for charm boards, I found thecharmedones.com.
And that site had amazing interviews, it had so much facts, and it gave you so much information you couldn't possibly absorb it.
When you become part of a board like that, where you always talk to these people on a daily basis, they don't become just members of a board, they become like friends.
We really supported each other, you know, through anything, through pregnancies, through anything, not any family tragedies. We really helped each other out.
I've made at least 2 or 3 friends that I talk to on a regular basis, and occasional friends who will mail me and be like, oh my God, did you hear what this and this and this and that with the characters?
I got presents for my kids. So it's been really neat. I've made some really good friendships through there.
It's a lot bigger community than I think I ever thought it was.
It's a worldwide community. I couldn't even begin to count how many people.
Some in the United States and Canada and South America.
England, Australia, from Russia.
Sometimes you like talk to people and you're like, oh, where are you from? And they like just say someplace and you're like, okay, where's that?
I think it's hugely flattering, and I love it. You know, I'm in France, and they're like, Charmed!
Alyssa and I had traveled to England one year, and when we were chased down the street by French tourists, we kind of got a clue as to, oh, it spread.
I've seen myself in Spanish and Bulgarian, in German and French, and the French, she does a great job. I mean, they're all great. It's just, obviously, it's easier on the ears in certain languages versus others, and the Italian sounds like me, and it's interesting because I guess they have the same person do you throughout the run of the series. So I guess she's out of a job, too.
I have one of the pants that Piper wore when she was playing a superhero.
These hung in the hallway of where the doorway was to the attic. So leading up the stairs to the attic was where these hung.
I think most fans recognize it from the opening episodes. It's a prop from when the witches went back in time. It's what they call a witch's ward. It wards off witches.
This is a picture frame with a little girl. It sat behind the couch in the living room on the table.
When I went on the set, I brought extra scripts with me that I needed to get signed, and I got it signed by all the actresses, as well as Brad Kern.
This is the last episode of Charmed. It's signed by Wes Ramsey.
Still charmed and kicking. This is season 8, episode 1. This is the last season, and I thought, this is a bonus. I have to have this, you know, before they all leave.
We are here because fans keep watching the show, and we have our loyal core of fans both here in America and around the world.
I love the fans of Charmed because they never allowed us to slack off, and I love their tenacity and sticking through it with us.
Like I said, when the season finale ran, I just cried like a little girl.
It was sad. It really was. It was very sad.
As far as I was concerned, it could have gone on forever. And thank God it will go on forever in reruns and DVDs.
It's just a great show. It was a wonderful show.
I'm so grateful to these girls. You know, and Brad Kern and, you know, Aaron Spelling, who's unfortunately not here anymore, but I appreciate that. I noticed when they were writing the show, that's not what they had in mind. But it helped me. It helped me immensely.
We've been here because of the fans. Fans watch TV shows, and that's what keeps shows on the air, but I think Charmed has survived through all the different time slots changes, through all the different cast changes, because of the loyal fans. And for me, I just want to say thanks to all the fans for letting us do this labor of love.